So what do you think about going from human 1.0 to human 2.0? And what does that mean? Well, going from humans as we now know ourselves to human 2.0 has something to do with transhumanism. And if you're not familiar with that term, it's about taking humans as we know ourselves and melding with artificial intelligence. Kind of like being in the Matrix, if you've ever seen that movie. And that may seem kind of cool to you. We might have some superhuman abilities, maybe be able to think of something and it happens, maybe have some physical abilities that would be almost superhuman-like. That's the idea. That's what you see in sci-fi movies. And for myself, thinking about this topic, I'm like, well, I have some time. I think that's many years in the future. However, this question, this idea is now right in this moment. We need to make a decision. And I found out that we need to make a decision about this because I investigated the proposed COVID-19 vaccine. And this is my alarm call to the world. I looked at the pros and cons and it frightens me. And I want you to know about this. You need to be very well informed because this new vaccine is not like your normal flu vaccine. This is something very different. This is something brand new. This is something completely experimental on the human race. And it's not just about being a different vaccine. There are technologies that are being introduced with this vaccine that can change the way we live, who we are, and what we are, and very quickly.
So I hope everyone is doing good today. Dr. Carrie Madej, is she New Age or is she a Christian? That's my question. I'm going to try and get over this and through this so quickly. I was about to just upload parts of her video and send it to you guys, but then, and I've seen many people asking that I need to warn, and other YouTubers stating that we need to get this information out. But after I saw On Point Preparedness mention that this one lady was a witch, I said to myself, before I do that, I want to do some research on this lady. Who is Dr. Carrie L. Madej exactly? Well, I found out a lot of things and I have to get over through 60 plus slides with you. So let's try to do this really quick. Where are the videos of her? There's so many. I can't even begin to tell you who all have distributed her videos. And I'm not saying what she is saying is incorrect. It is frightening what is coming. But she is everywhere. On all type of news, Christian and secular, everywhere, warning. She seems normal, posting pictures of the sky just like I do. I love these things. She's been in a magazine, the Southern Journal magazine in 2015. Very interesting. Is she a doctor? Well, from what I could tell, she does seem to be a licensed doctor. Yes. Internal medicine, to be exact. She's gotten a couple awards. Those are her memberships. I couldn't find her, though, when I went to look for her. All I could find was all this stuff about the warning. But notice she's been a guest speaker for multiple shows since 2014. Or was it only in 2014? I don't know. I'm not going to get down that road and go there right now. She posts Bible verses, prayers, all kinds of quotes. Seems wonderful. She's saying the exact same things as we are against vaccines, against all the elites that are trying to push these vaccines. And she seems to have a good sense of humor. Dear plexiglass, thank you for your protecting me from the cashier that just touched everything that I'm taking home. Yeah, I mean, seriously, everything that goes through our heads. But then interesting, if masks actually worked, they would have been banned, just like hydrochloroquine. Well, I've already spoken about hydrochloroquine. I wouldn't even take hydrochloroquine. I don't care what Trump says and others say. But she does give some good advice, maybe take a teaspoon of baking soda if you're having, aches, headaches, indigestion. That's what my dad did, and he has recovered from cancer. So there are some good advice that she is spreading. About aborted fetal cells used in vaccines, absolutely. I'm with her. Robert Kennedy, he talks a good talk. Do I trust him? No. He's a Kennedy. He's an elite. But I'm not going to go down that road. Very interesting. Vaccines, they could be like Band-Aids. And she goes over that in that long talk that she has, and I'll add all the links. Even many Fishers, I believe, had taken clips of her. About Uber, have that they might even start tracking and tracing us, which we know, and they will turn you into your health authorities, which is something I think a lot of us know. Are they testing on Ukrainians on behalf of the Americans? I don't know. That could be very good information. And then she has a lot of interesting things, and she has even posted many articles like this. In Finland, children don't start school until they're 7 years old. This is true. But mind you, a lot of kids do go to daycare from very young ages because mothers get only 2 to 3 years off from work. They have less homework than their peers in other countries. This is a fact as well. Quoting many presidents on many things I think that we all agree on. She speaks wisely. Yeah. I'm not going to go over each of these quotes. You can pause it and look. And she, like I said, she has a great sense of humor. It keeps me from looking at my phone every 2 seconds. Well, then you see, of course, waitresses wearing this. I think this is a joke, but still quite funny. Then she posts an article about Templar behind a rabbit hole in a British countryside. Okay, I'm intrigued about these kind of things as well. Absolutely. Bringing up elites drinking blood, which is adrenochrome, and many other things that I've even brought up. The pineal gland, the third eye. Well, I just kept digging. I hope the next pandemic is world love. Okay, that's getting to be a little bit more like the together, sounds like the together stuff I've heard everywhere. Then she talked about an Egyptian song. I couldn't pull it up. It wouldn't come up. And, she even visited there. I'll show you pictures in a minute. She posts many things on Elon Musk's inventions and things, and even Tesla. Yeah, very interesting. And if you want to find the secrets of the universe, think in terms of energy, frequency, and vibration. Why did she post that? The first thing that came to my mind was Kanye West talking about studying light and sound, and that's why he started all these concerts and these church services. Frequency and sound, our entire biological system, the brain and the earth itself, work on the same frequencies. Okay. But then I saw this. Okay. Why this article, and why did she take this picture from the article? I don't know. But right away I thought, okay, New Age. Is she just taking the article because it's in the web page? I don't know. But then I looked at who she's linked with. And this is very short because, as soon as I saw his name, that was enough for me. It's Dr. Buttar. Yes, Buttar. Sorry, but I don't trust this guy. I've already made my peace and made a video on it. He's saying all the right things, but again, he seems very New Age-ish. So what does she have in her Facebook page? I finally found it. I stand for freedom, truth, and great love. I'm a child of God and a believer of Jesus Christ. Well, many people can say this without actually being a true believer in Christ. They wear the crosses. We even have pastors who are deceiving and kissing the feet of priests. So I have to look further. So I found pictures of her in France. Of course, if you're visiting, you want to take all the pictures. So I'm not going to pin her on these pictures either, because we just don't know. Having some computer issues, sorry about that. In these, she doesn't say anything except for Lourdes de France. Oops, sorry, France, not fonts. Many sites, I mean, this is all just about Mary, but of course that is a Catholic country, so not surprised. She has pictures of her visiting Turkey, so she must have done all these last year. She visited Egypt as well. Beautiful pictures. I think every one of us would be taking similar pictures just like this. But then I see these pictures of her in another nation with children, and it reminded me of this video that I just saw recently. But we'll go over his video in just a minute. So what did start to concern me? Well, when I started seeing nothing but Dalai Lama quotes and his pictures and Twitter, and I don't even have an account, but you can apparently see them online. So my religion is simple. My religion is kindness. These are all under her name. I made sure I had every picture practically with her name so you could see I was not pulling these out from somewhere else. A quote from Rumi, or whatever his name is, he was an Islamic poet. This one, an Austrian American who fled Austria in 1940. He had come to the U.S. with a grant from the Rockefeller Foundation. That should tell you enough. Ludwig von Mises. Looks very just Kabbalistic, those pictures he has in front of him in the book. Then, of course, love and compassion are necessities, not luxuries. Without them, humanity cannot survive. That is so New Age, not Christian at all. So I went back as far as I could, and merely part of what I found I'm showing you right now. And then I saw this. She has a GoFundMe account. Oh, dear friends, in order to cover the costs related with IT tech and yada, 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 she started an account. A doctor. A doctor. You know how much money she makes, and she's asking for more money? But it seems as though others have caught on to her too. She posted this: I think all of my tough spiritual lessons are over now. And then it says Spirit Guide. And someone even asked her, Spirit Guide? I thought you were a Christian, not New Age. Oh, yeah, they caught on all right. Now let's listen to a short clip or two of Austin Bennett, but I suggest watching both videos to get both sides of the story.
iPhone or a special app on the iPhone, you can scan over that area and it will give a digital code, a digital imprint, a digital pattern, something that will identify that you were vaccinated. It holds your vaccination record. It also gives you an ID, a number, a barcode, a branding, whatever you want to call it, a tattoo. It's all the same thing. You now become like a product. So we have that. Now the third thing I mentioned was hydrogel. So hydrogel is actually an invention from DARPA, the Department of Advanced Research Projects Agency. This is kind of a sci-fi kind of a group from the Department of Defense, Pentagon of the U.S. government. They make these fantastic inventions. So one of them is hydrogel.
They make fantastic inventions.
So there's no incentive for them to make it safe anyway. I also want you to know that one of the mandates, the Emergency Preparedness Act, that says they can force a vaccine on us. They cannot force a vaccine if there is a viable treatment for the COVID-19. And I want you.
So, whoa. They cannot force a vaccine if there's a viable treatment. Are you kidding me? Can they make it more obvious? You can never force lawfully a vaccine on the people. You cannot force, and what she's saying is you can't force it. She planted those seeds, so there's a time that they can force it. Wake up. Don't let them program you.
The sound was not the greatest on that, but I will add the link. He speaks truth. I'm leaning with Austin Bennett on this. Unless someone like you cares a whole awful lot, nothing is going to get better. It's not. That was from her. She posted that. Look, I think that the most thing is knowing the truth. And we know where the truth comes from, and we need to rely on him because he's the only one that will give you the truth and understanding. So trust in him and the Holy Spirit to guide you towards the truth. You make your own decision. But as for me, I do not trust her. I'm sorry. I trust what she's saying, some of the things that are true, but can't trust all of her. She's a New Ager, I'm sorry to say. God bless, take care, and hope this opens some eyes. Until next time.